Like this shed is a department of my house, your finances is a department of your life. One of 5 departments as per the Life Master system, the other 4 being evolution, people, work, and your health. So a lot of the times, if we're not looking at life and managing these areas effectively, making sure everything's organized, everything is being brought to the surface and has a place to then enable us to start pushing those forward and taking them where they want to go, so they're not standing still or going backwards, we need to have a bit of a system in place. So today I want to talk about the finance department of the Life Master system. Nonco Finance is the business, noncofinance.com is the domain. So think of this as like a department of your life, like this shed is a department, a room in my house. That shed contains certain things, and so does your finance department. 4 departments, 4 key things in that finance box. You've got your income, all of the money coming in. That might be from your job, from businesses, revenue streams, etc. And then you've got your outgoings, your expenses. That's your bills, your rent, your payments, your gas, electric, anything that's going out of your bank, including food, living expenses, and everything that you need to buy in order to live, survive, and thrive. The third part is your assets. Everything that you own: house, land, car, belongings, investments, gold, silver, crypto, index funds, shares. Assets are what you own, and there's a figure on those. Some are fluctuating, some are not. Some are physical, some are digital. The last department is your liabilities, and that's everything that you owe out. So you might have debts, you might have your house as an asset, and you might have partially paid some of the mortgage, so you will own the house, but in the liabilities you will have what you owe on the mortgage. You might have debts on other things, on a car, you might owe money to the bank, to other people, business expenses. So the main figure in any business is the net worth. It's the net figure on the balance sheet. The balance sheet is the most important document in any business because it shows you what the net worth of the business is. It's all of the assets minus all the liabilities, and then you get a figure. And that's how you can work out, or start to work out with multipliers, how valuable the business is, what it's worth, what you could sell it for, what it's worth to other people. So in your life, the net worth figure is all of your assets, everything that you own and is yours, minus all your liabilities, everything that's not yours and you owe out. Then you have a figure. That figure is your net worth. Now, most people want to become rich. They want to become a millionaire. They want to have more freedom and have more money. But to do that, you first need to become aware of your net worth and have a system to record that, so you can then actively and consciously grow it. You can't grow what you don't know. So part of Nonco Finance, the first stage, is to bring to the surface everything in those 4 departments. And we've got a nice spreadsheet tool in development with that. I've got a few different versions. Some are simpler than others. Some are a bit more complex. I'll go into that a bit later about this business model. We're going to give everything away for free. This isn't financial advice. It's just merely education, showing you examples of how you could manage your money, invest your money, and grow your money. And I'll show you what my ideas are to then maybe give you some ideas of what you can do. But we're not financial advisors. It's not financial advice. It's merely for educational purposes, to give you ideas. So first of all, it's important to be very aware of all of the money coming in to your life and house, and from your job, from your work, from wherever, and then all of the money going out. And then that's going to give you a net figure of where you're at. And if you've only got one income stream, if you've only got one job and all the money coming in is then going out, and you're kind of living month to month, then you're not really going to be able to make much progress to grow that net worth figure. So It's sometimes a bit hard to come to terms with that because we're just merely in survival mode. However, this is a great opportunity for you to list all of these things, because then what we need to do is start to look at ways to increase our income and look at ways to not necessarily decrease the outgoings, but bringing them all to the surface surely will give you a few things that you could sacrifice, so you can decrease those to start to give you a little edge, a little bit in the green of some spare money each month. That's what we're looking for, some spare money each month, so we can transfer that into the assets investments pots for you to start growing that net worth. But we can't do that until you've come to terms with exactly what's going on. Even if you're kind of in debt, if you've got no money coming in and you're really in a bad way, you still need to do this, because once you start, it's preventing you and bringing you to not have all these unspoken about, unthought about things that we sweep under the carpet, the imaginary mind rug, where we're just like, oh yeah, too much to deal with. We'll come to that later. You've got to get uncomfortable, bring it all to the surface and look at everything that's coming in, everything that's going out, see what you can do to reduce the expenses. And then once you know that figure and you're in control of everything, again, it links with the Life Master system, so you can have reminders for bills, you can have things set up to make sure that you pay them on time and make sure that everything's organized. You've got all the information in one place, the links, the websites. So again, you're going to save time. But just having it all there, knowing exactly what's going on with your finances in and out, is vitally important to begin this process. Then we go to the assets and liabilities. Again, we'll list all of the assets and then all the liabilities. Again, that might be uncomfortable. There might be debts. There might be things that you've not dealt with in a while. There might be things that you need to deal with. This will be confronting, or can be very confronting in ways. But again, it's very important to list all of those things and come to terms with where you're at now. That figure, that net worth figure, is the important figure for you to start with. If we don't have that figure and a system to record it and manage it and grow it on an ongoing basis, there's no way you're going to start to improve your life in this department of the finances. You have to get this sorted so you've got a strong foundation to be able to grow it. And that's what nonco finance is all about, giving you a strong, solid foundational system to see where you're at now. Then you've got that information, it frees your mind, it gives you wisdom of where you're at, and then you can start to plan where you want to be and start edging towards that. So if you have then, in a while after sorting all of these stuff, you should start to increase your income, decrease your outgoings. You may have some excess money now, you may not. If you do, then great. If you don't, you'll be working towards that. Say then you carve out an extra couple £100 a month. What we can then start to do is send that across to the assets section. Now, within the assets section, there's more sections. This is like a layer. Life Master, the 5 departments in finances, income, outgoings, assets, liabilities. In the assets, there is more departments. So you're going to want to start allocating that accordingly. And you can then choose percentages. So you could say a third of it in cash, so you've got it at the ready, a third of it into fixed non-fluctuating assets, and then a third of it into investments. Now with that investments, that third, you can then split that into a further 10 pots and say, right, I'm going to put one pot as crypto coins, one pot as gold, one as silver, one as index funds, one as Chinese yuan, one as the Hong Kong dollar, one as another currency. And then you could put some shares into there. You could put all manner of different investments that you're in control of and that you manage. So then if you had that £200 extra a month, it would automate that a third, £66, would go into the investment pot. And then out of those 10 pots, £6.66 for these figures will go into each one of those pots. So even if you've only got £100, I would urge you to start investing and choose these 10 pots of investment. Because if you've got silver and you're like, okay, I've got £100, I've got £10 to buy silver. Can you buy £10 worth of silver? Is it worth it? Maybe the minimum coin's £25 or $30, but at least then you've looked at where to get it. We'll be helping you with that stuff as well. And then it starts to open your mindset to all of these options and opportunities. Now, who knows where a lot of these things are going, but the point is to create lots of different pots to give you lots of different choices. If you've only got one job and one income stream and the money's coming in and going out, you've not got any other pots to look at or fall back on or to juggle around as time goes on as you need it. So the idea with this is you build up month to month. You get to the end of each month and then you record your figures again, your net worth, and look at your incoming and outgoings, and then take your spare money and pop it into the investment pots. Now, out of these 10 investment pots, they'll be fluctuating. Your crypto and Bitcoin pots could have gone down 10%, but gold and silver could have gone up 10%. So if you need some money that month to take out for living expenses or whatever, you can then see, because the spreadsheet does it all automatically, you can see, oh, the gold and silver are up 10%. I can take a little bit, sell a little bit of gold and silver to release some of the money, therefore automating you taking profits off the top. One of the big mistakes people do is they invest, but as things go up, they don't skim off some of the profits, and then they crash down and people are like, oh my God, I wish I should have sold some of that or done some of this. Very common in crypto. I've been there before, lots of crypto stories to share with you as time goes on, but I've learned a lot of lessons, put it that way. So, which is why I'm now qualified to make a financial spreadsheet for you all and talk about this and help you begin opening your mind and having a system for investing and running your finances like a business. Your life, running your life like an efficient business, and finances is one part of that. Once they're all working, obviously having more money gives you more freedom, gives you more options. So if you don't have any pots to play with, you haven't really got much flexibility, because you're just relying on that one income stream. That's, again, a very poor choice, because one income stream, as no matter how secure your company is or how long you've been there, it's your eggs are all in one basket, and any company can go under no matter how big. There's a lot of changes that are going to be going on in the world over the next decade, so it's wise to take control of your own money. And pensions are okay, but you're not really in control of, they're doing the investing and they're taking fees, so you're not really in the driving seat of that, and you get penalized for taking it out. Doing it this way, you're managing your own money. You can juggle it around and move things around based on what's going on in the markets from month to month, which is important, and also based on your needs. So a lot to bring on this. That's a good overview introduction for nonco finance. Website's noncofinance.com. How to manage really that life efficiently. Business model for this is, we're just going to give everything away for free. We're going to make an amazing spreadsheet. We have a free community channel so people can come. I've made spreadsheets like this in the past, and it's just best to get it out there, because then I'll get more ideas, I'll get feedback, other people have ideas. It's good at the minute and it will improve, but yeah, we're just going to give everything away for free. We'll be able to make money on certain affiliate links that we give, banking or gold, silver, maybe crypto, I don't know. But yeah, we don't want to charge any money for this finance at all, because there's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of dodgy stuff going on out there. So always look after your own money. Never give your money to anybody else. Manage your own money. That's what we're promoting. Manage your money. Never give it to anybody else. Always be in control of your finances and all of your pots. And once you get into it, it becomes quite simple. And we've got that 112 hours left in the week for these 5 departments. Split that down, that's 22 hours. 22 hours for your work, health, everything. So 22 hours for your finances. So you've got plenty of time then to manage this, to look at it. You can then dedicate some of that time to research. But it's also your assets, your house. You might then dedicate some time to looking after that, maintaining it, upgrading the house, upgrading your assets, looking after your car. The more that you look after your things or upgrade them and maintain them, the more that they're going to be worth. So that 22 hours for finance is all about, not just about your money coming in and out and assets and investments, etc. It is about maintaining the life around you and those assets, houses, cars, etc. So your life is more balanced and can remain balanced and not spiral out of control. So I could talk for another 4 hours plus on this, but I better leave it there because we're approaching 15 minutes. noncofinance.com. Yeah, just loads of free education and tools on how to really get that department, that finance department of your life, absolutely steaming along, pretty much on autopilot when you get going. And then there's a month-to-month exercise that we'll do, and then we'll share that in the community. You can see how your net worth's growing and share that percentage, not necessarily finances. Yeah, but some cool ideas just to rally together to get people motivating each other and helping each other. So that's Nonconformity Company day 20. Day 20. We'll see you for day 21 tomorrow. All right.